This morning in frustration as we're going to see the off of Nicholas Latifi, and you heard the gravel there make such a mess of the paintwork on the car, so did well to stop that from rotating. So Max then approaching the line now. Can he usurp the Ferrari? He can indeed, by a third of a second, and that was the lap you were looking for, Crofty. Yep. Sub 18.7.
Yep, a 150 mile an hour average speed around Albert Park, beating Lewis Hamilton's pole time of 2000. Run out of time, and there once again the Williams of Nicholas Latifi, and the red flag comes out, and as we saw in Jeddah, Latifi has hit the barriers, and this time it's spun him round and round and round.
Was there contact with another car there?
Potentially. There were certainly other cars around him.
Williams can't afford another massive shunt, can they? They don't need that for spares, for budget, for everything. That'll take some clearing up, but I wondered if there was a bit of contact with a slower car, or whether he just plain dropped it coming out of 5. But I wonder if he made contact with the Aston.
Well, Lance Stroll, now he has, look on the right-hand side, look at his front right there. Lance Stroll had just come out, was just about to set his first time lap of the session.
So Latifi's appeared from, he's been off the track, I think, at turn 3.
So,
and then,
Lance Stroll, well, Lance Stroll overtakes him, and then Latifi tries to get past again.
Yeah, so I think Stroll was beginning to move right.
And Sebastian Vettel, has he done it? Do you know what? It's a decent time of a 1:21.1, but that's only 18th for him, sadly, and that's his only lap in qualifying. Kevin Magnussen has crossed the line, couldn't improve his time. Alex Albon, 16th overall. He will get a 3-place grid.
Okay, stop the car, stop the car. Are you sure? Stop with the side and switch off.
There's more pace in the McLaren, but hey, look at the Alpine.
Fernando Alonso goes second fastest. Hasn't been second on the grid here since 2007. Might not have slowed down under yellow flags enough for the stewards' liking. Goes quickest now with a 1:18.3. And he got to turn 11 under braking. Oh, he got in the grass just a little bit.
He keeps pushing his luck with that grass, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's a high-risk strategy, but you got to do it. That's the third time we've seen George collect a bit of grass.
Close to the wall, Esteban Ocon giving it everything out of the final corner and goes 8th fastest. Not by much, but he's into the top 10. So, here comes Pierre Gasly next. What can he do about it? Carlos Sainz has gone best overall in the middle sector as Gasly crosses the line, and Gasly will stay in the bottom 5. Daniel Ricciardo currently on the cusp. Hamilton, the driver, at risk. Yuki Tsunoda doing well enough to put some pressure on here as Ricciardo now crosses the line. He'd like to go a bit higher and does. Goes 8th fast.
Mate, I can't see with the sun. It's unbelievable. I'm completely blinded.
Well, so a 1:18.39 on the board. Sergio Perez next to cross the line and goes faster by 1/1000th of a second. Wow. Couldn't get much closer, but why is Charles
so well? He seems really happy out there as the Ferrari. Oh no, in the wall then.
And that is, sadly, the Alpine of Fernando Alonso, who was hustling and he was motoring, and it has come to a sudden end against the wall. Now, did Charles Leclerc cross the line before the red flag? Any times a total on provisional pole here in Albert Park with just under 3 minutes remaining. Oh, he misses out by 1/1000th of a second.
Incredible.
You know how earlier he was 1,000th ahead of his teammate? Well, now he's 1,000th behind Leclerc.
And it looked the perfect lap.
Down the straight he goes, and onto provisional pole for Max Verstappen, only by 8/100ths of a second, but it's to the top of the pile. Leclerc crosses the line now and goes onto pole, and he's stretched that advantage over Red Bull to nearly 3/10ths of a second. Is this now then a second pole of the season for Charles Leclerc? That Carlos Sainz isn't going to be making any headway in here. Charles Leclerc is on pole.
P1.
Let's go.
Oh, nice stop. Nice lap.
And by a chunk as well. I think Mercedes will be very happy with 5th and 6th.